We're doing a full body session and we're going to be using the light weights, the 1.5 kilogram ones. So just take one for now. Remember, don't go too heavy with this because we're moving around quite a lot unless you are a seasoned pro with the heavier weights. So let's come straight into our mermaid position. Okay, so right knee in front of your right hip, left knee behind as far as you can, so you get these two sort of right angles. So this hip might feel like it's hitching up. We're just going to start rocking in and out. So just pressing down with the weight into the front knee. Okay, so rock forwards, rock back. So you feel the back sit bone touch down into the mat. And we ease in, using your breath to transition into your practice today, forgetting about anything that's happened today or yesterday or what's going on tomorrow. We're just going to settle and focus in on ourselves and our body for the next 20 or so minutes. So let any tension go in those hips. Take a few deep breaths. Let your body be soft before we start moving. Okay. All right, nice even weight through the sit bones if you can. Grab your weight in your left hand, wrap your hand around it. So we don't want any floppy wrists. We want those fists to be right around your weight, okay? The other hand comes out, probably further than you think, because we're gonna come down into tricep dip. So a little bit in front of the hip, leaning over. So we've got this long line, ribs are connected in. Okay, flip the palm down, bring the weight nice and even just in front of your shoulder. This elbow, this shoulder, sorry, is connected into our back as we spin the bicep forwards. Little tiny tuck of the tailbone. We're going to sweep this weight around, turning from the middle of your spine, and then open back out. Gaze at your weight, tricep dip, and up. I feel like I'm sort of shooting an arrow at that point. Twist and open, and bend, and lift. And we twist from the lower ribs. Don't worry about the back sit bone coming up off the mat. I just want you to focus in on those shoulders and feeling a lovely twist in your spine and your mid-back, coming from the lower ribs, twisting. So not only are we using this weight for challenge, we are using it as a point of reference. So as we sweep it around and we pull our elbow down, let's reach the weight away and then bring it back. Twist and open, reach the weight away and lift. Try not to let that arm start to lower as your arm and your shoulder fatigues. Keep wrapping the wrist and the fingers over your weight. Tricep and up. Sweep it round. Maybe kind of lean forward slightly when you come round. Okay, just to stop yourself from leaning. Reaching forwards, finding more of a twist through that upper back. And down, last one. And twist and open. Okay, flip the palm, keep the elbow just in line with your shoulder. Make sure your arm hasn't come all the way back here. And we're going to do some biceps. Okay, so opening and shutting, keeping the elbow and the top of your arm where it is. Making sure that your right shoulder hasn't cinched up towards your ear, that you're really pushing the mat away. Bicep here, wrap your hand around your weight. Focus in on that bicep muscle, pumping it up. Inhale and exhale, and don't let yourself just flop into your joints. We're creating resistance at the same time. Okay, really think about the little finger too. Press into that little finger side of the weight. Let's go 4 and 3. Keep that elbow up. And 2, keep breathing. And last 1. Good. From here, sweep that down. We're going to come onto a modified side plank. So bring both knees together. And I want those knees to come in line with your hips. And then the top leg is going to reach away. Now this underneath knee might want to come forward slightly. Let's see how we feel when we get up there. Shoulder down your back. Maybe bring your hand a bit closer. Let's see how we feel when we get up into this position. So adjust yourself. Okay, we're going to reach the weight up. Make sure it's not all the way back here. It's nice and connected so your ribs and your abs are in, your tailbone's under, your shoulder is down your back. Then we're going to pull the elbow towards your hip, gaze towards your left foot, and reach it back up. So we're in a nice long line here, and we take our side bend on the underneath part of our body, and then we reach into a nice long line. So really adjust yourself so as the angle changes, your shoulder goes over your wrist. Okay, pulling it down, finding that side bend, reaching, and gazing sort of where your weight is. Again, using it as your point of reference, trying to keep your head in line with your spine, working with your body, not against it. Lift from the lower ribs. Okay, so cinching in, using those abdominals. It's really hard to stop this shoulder coming up towards your ear, so please try and adjust yourself as you go for 3 and reach. Let's get that blood pumping now. 2 and 1 and reach. This time, turn yourself around. We're going to bring the knees under the hips. Take your weight behind your knee. Your other weight should be around here somewhere. We're going to pick that up in a minute. Okay, heels of the hands under your shoulders. Make sure your palms are spread, index finger forward, biceps forwards. Knees underneath your hips. Now push the mat away, wrap the shoulder blades around your body, and make sure that the back of your head hasn't dropped. So nice long neck, press into your throat. Flex your foot, squeeze that weight. We're going to lift the leg up and bring it back down. So what I don't want to happen is this, out to the side. We're really parallel. The front of the hips are facing the mat now, and your abdominals are supporting you. It's like you're pushing something up to the ceiling with your heel, and it's from your glute. And you should feel those hamstrings working as you tap down and then lift back up. Pulling in from the edge of your arm to the side of your body to really integrate those lats and your serratus anterior to keep those shoulder blades down into your back. It's going to help you with your posture too. Okay, push the mat away. Long neck, let's go for 4. Tap it in. And 3, don't let that back come with you. It's all about the leg. And 2, and then last 1. Good, tap down briefly. Come onto the forearm of your right arm. So elbow under your shoulder, you're turning towards me. We're going to take the leg out to the side, then pull the knee towards the shoulder, back to where you started and in. We open, knee to the shoulder, press back and in. So this, as much as it's a leg exercise, squeezing that weight, is also about those abs and the waistline. Should really feel a crunch going on in those obliques. Pull in and out. And if you feel your spine curling under, that's fine. Then we lengthen out and then we pull in. So we are lengthened, slightly flexed, take it back and in. Let's do 3 more to the shoulder. Really open that hip. And 2, keep the shoulders away from your ears. Push up into the armpits. And then last one. And all the way down. Grab that weight. Take it to the side of your mat. Grab the other weight. Come, wrap your hands around your weights and then come up onto your fists. So you're here. Okay, the same leg is going to sweep out. We're just going to lift and lower. And lift and lower without this happening. So we draw everything in, push the mat away. The leg doesn't have to come too high. We're rolling the thigh bone in. For 3 and 2. Last one, holding it here. Bend the knee, pull the knee towards your nose, make a teeny tiny ball. Push the mat away with your fists. Make it smaller. Make sure that both sides of your waist are the same length. Then step your foot in between your hands, tuck under with the back toes. Now the front foot, I want you to just cinch it across to your left hand, okay? So take it across a little bit because we're going to come up into a lunge in a minute. Okay, so from here, bring your weights up, lift yourself into this lunge position. All you're going to do is lean forwards and press the weights back into a tricep. Pull them in, Take it down, tap onto the mat. Lift up into your lunge. Hinge forward, so the back leg straightens as the arms straighten. Long wrists. Pull the weights in, bend and tap. So we're working through the spine here, as well as through the glutes and the arms. In and down. Okay, so we take it up, lift, hinge, press away. I want you to feel the backs of your arms. Bring it back and down. Okay, keep going. Lift. Up, straighten the back leg, hinge. Really push those arms behind you. That's it. Back through and then down. 2 more. Back leg should really be firing up now. We hinge, press away, back, down. Good. 2 more. Lift up. We press, back and down. Last one. Lift, press back. Good. Holding it here. Push your arms back a bit further. Wrap the hands around the weights. Tricep. Lift your chin up. Make sure the back of your head is in line with the back of your body. Scissor your legs inwards. Press in, push out. Press in, push out. For 4, 3. Keep the knee over the middle toe for this front knee. Last 1. Good. Bring the knee down. Take the weights down. Hands just come down to frame your foot. Take a nice lunge here. Untuck the back toes. Open your hip. So press your knee away. Coming onto the edge of your foot. Stretch out a little bit. Deep breath in. Smooth breath out. Let the heart rate settle a little bit. And then come back through center. Sweep that leg behind you. Take a nice little rest. Knees are going to be together. I want you to just feel how that left glute feels. Hopefully you can feel a nice warmth in that side. Nice deep breath in. Let's expand through the back. And then come all the way back up. Okay, we've got the other side to do now. So let's come back down into our mermaid position, and we're going to switch over. So, bringing one weight forwards, let's bring the other one ready to do the other side, and we ease in. Okay, so just rocking back and forth. Feels like a long time that we did this. It's only a few minutes ago. Okay, taking any tension away from this back hip particularly. Nice. And then we'll take the weight into the other hand, into your right hand. Other hand comes down, so the left hand just in front of the left hip. Find this nice long position. We're not here with our neck. Just let your head move with your spine. Palm faces down. We're going to sweep in. Don't worry about the back hip coming up. And open out. And then bend the elbow. And lift, reach the weight away. We sweep and open, think obliques, and lift. Push the mat away with the left hand. Connect your shoulder down your back. Tricep and up. And sweep. Always adjust yourself if something's not feeling quite right. Where your hand is, where your shoulder is, where your hips are. Please take note. Pause the video, take your time. Good, let's do 4 more. Taking that nice stretch across your back. Really working into the shoulders today. And last one. Twist, reaching forwards, opening. Okay, we flip and we start to do those biceps. Pull in and extend. So really think about the pulling in and the extension out, okay? It's all important. Wrap your hand all the way around that weight and open so we don't drop into the joints. The elbow's just in front of the shoulder, not too far back. Pull those abs in. Other shoulder is connected into your back. We're still thinking about that supporting arm. Keep that elbow as high as you can, just in line with your shoulder. Try to keep it static. Pull in. Let's do 2 more. Okay, last one. Good, bring it all the way back into that side work. Okay, so underneath knee comes sort of in line with your other knee. And we just figure it out as we get up there. Hand is here, make sure no floppy wrists. We come up into this side plank assisted. So facing forwards with the hips, we're not turning. This shoulder blade is getting closer to your spine and the shoulder is over your wrist. Push up into your armpit. Arm goes here and we take it down. And then we reach up. We take it down. I'm actually stretching out my fingertips here and just holding the weight with my thumb. So it just depends how heavy your weight is. I want you to push up, cinch in, and reach. Reach the weight slightly in front of your head. We don't want to be falling backwards. Working into that shoulder, working into your upper back, and taking that nice side bend under here. 2, and reach, and 1, and reach. We turn around. Coming onto the heels of the hands, weight going behind the leg, right behind your right leg now. Pushing the mat away, making sure your knees are right under the hips, they're not here. They're right underneath, it's gonna help you. Wrapping those shoulders around, spinning the biceps forwards. Flex your foot, lift and lower. Tap and lift. Keep the foot flexed to keep that weight in place. It's gonna start feeling a bit hard through those arms. So really think center of the body is supporting. Lift and lower. Roll your thigh bone in so you don't start to twizzle that pelvis. Okay, you're going to start to want to lean onto the left side. Think heel to ceiling. Keep pushing the mat away. Stay really strong in those shoulder connections. Ribs it in. 3, and 2, and 1. We've got the rest to do. Tap it down briefly onto the forearm of the left arm. Push the mat away, really pull the shoulders down, and we take it out to the side, pull it towards your shoulder, back and in. Remember, we're thinking abs and hip. Open to the shoulder, back and down. Try not to let the weight drift too much. Try to keep the breath going. Remember, we've worked really hard leading up to this. So keep it slower if you need to. We don't want to compromise our alignment and our form. And down. 3. Keep smiling. And 2. It's not easy. And then last one. Pull it in. Bring it all the way back. Grab onto the weight. Grab onto the other weight. Wrap your hands around up onto your fists. I always think gorilla when I'm here. Okay, knees under the hips. Roll the shoulders down. Ribs are in. Gaze is not hanging. Okay, neck is nice and long. Sweep out the leg closest to me as we lift and lower without wiggling the back too much. So instead of this happening, we're just keeping it nice and low and long. Pushing the mat away with our fists. Keeping the ribs knitted in. Rolling the thigh bone in. Your leg won't go that high if you're doing all those things. Lift and lower. Reaching from the crown of the head for 3, and 2, and 1. Good. From here, pull the knee towards your nose. Make your tiny, tiny little ball. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Try not to lean over to the left, and then pull your foot between your hands. Tuck your back toes under, and then pull your foot towards your right hand a little bit, and maybe draw your other knee out to the side. Coming up, holding your weights, we're going to lift, and we're going to press forwards, straighten the back legs. Don't let your wrists do what mine were doing. Nice and long. Pull back in and down and tap to the floor. The weight is really going into that front leg. So stabilize and down. Lift up and press back with those arms, back through and down. Adjust yourself if you need to, adjust your stance. I do. Reach in and down. Making it as fluid as you can as we lift, pressing back. Find the backs of your arms. That's why we're doing it. And down, and this front leg, oh my goodness. Press in and down. 2 more, just to get that burn going slightly more. Not that we need it anymore. Up, lift, press back. Okay, hold it here, stay nice and stable, long wrists. We draw in, we press out. Really pressing the elbows behind you. Strong, straight legs, scissor the legs together. 4 and 3, lift that chin. And 2 and 1. Bring it all the way down. Weights come down. Leg comes behind you. Come into a rest. Okay, both those glutes should be burning by now. Big deep breath in. A nice release out. And we're going to roll our way up. Take your hands to one side and flip yourself over. Coming down to lie on your back. Let's finish off with some abs. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to take one weight and we're going to pull the knees in towards us. Little squeeze, rock side to side. Okay, maybe rock your head side to side too. We're going to go into our single leg stretch, but we're going to use the weight, again as a point of reference and a little challenge. Curl your head, neck and chest up. Take your weight so the top bit is facing the ceiling. I find this is the easiest. Pull your left knee in, extend your right leg away. Now I want you to really tuck your tailbone under and pull your abs down towards the mat. This other leg is shooting away. We're going to take the weight under and then switch. So you're doing a figure of 8. Tuck the chin a little bit, just so you're not leaning. We're curling the spine. Pulling the knees in, reaching the leg away, and just gently doing a figure of 8 with this little weight. So that be nice and safe. Keep breathing. It's just your shoulder blades up off the mat. Keep pulling those abs in. Let's go 4. It should be fun too. 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to reverse it. Okay, so reverse, reverse. Good. Reach the legs away. Pull the abs in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little rest, rock the head side to side. Grab onto the other weight. Okay, so elbows are in, and we are going to do nice fists towards the ceiling. And weights pushing away, so we're here. Legs are going to be in tabletop. And we're going to start to lift the arms and the legs up towards the ceiling. Start here. Pull everything back to where we started. Inhaling. Exhale, pull in. My legs are together. Squeeze them together and then bend them back in. So maybe you feel your lower abdominals working here, particularly if you're keeping your knees where they should be, right over the hips. If it feels too much for you on the lower back, please do bring your knees in a little bit closer. You don't have to straighten your legs all the way. Got a nice long neck though. 2 more, and then we'll add on. Last one. Okay, from here, lift the head, neck and chest, reach the weights up. We open, even through the arms and the legs, squeeze together and bend everything in. If you've ever done coordination on the reformer, it's slightly like this, and pull everything in. We're gonna lift and open, back. Now, as you pull the knees and the elbows down, can you pull your chest towards your knees a bit more? Now lift, open. Just a small detail if you want to work on that. And up, open, shut, pull in and reach. Open, coming from the shoulders and the hips. And up, wrap the hands around those weights. It's like you're rowing. Good, weight slightly in front of you, remember. Open, squeeze the legs in, pull the chest towards your knees. Open from the shoulders. And in. 2 more. Open, shut, draw in. Don't let that back arch. Open, shut, pull everything in. Drop those weights down. Grab on, have a little stretch. Rock your head side to side. Reach the arms and legs away. Good, nice deep breath in. Arms over the shoulders, flex through your feet. Let's roll up with control. So let's take a deep breath. And as you exhale, press the arms down, glue the fingertips together, squeeze your legs together. Now imprint your lower back, tuck your tailbone under, press through your heels. Start to reach, reach, reach. Don't worry if you can't get up. Just try again, and we will do it once more, stretching the spine over, biceps and ears in line with one another, and then start to roll your way down, bone by bone, stretching the ribs away from your pelvis, pushing your heels away. Imprint the lower back first, mid-back, back of the ribs. Take the arms overhead, stretch through your feet. Breathe in, exhale, everything comes up, the toes and the arms. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze up, up, up. And start to reach towards your feet. Really pull the inner thighs together and take a nice stretch. Now just let yourself go. Maybe grab onto your feet. Take a deep breath into your back. Good, sweep the arms up over your head and circle them all the way around. Bring the fingertips behind you, bring the feet up, cross your legs over, and again, take a stretch out in front, just to stretch out those glutes slightly. Beautiful. And sweep the hands behind, interlace your fingers. Let's just open out the chest, reach the chest towards the ceiling, really roll the shoulders around your back. Deep breath in, hold it, exhale. And you are done. I'll see you